Welcome back to Pink Turtle Soaps. Today I'm making a Halloween soap, and the fragrance that I'm using is perfect. It smells just like a bag of candy. There's really no way to explain this fragrance other than it smells like licorice, it smells like candy corn, there's like a sugary note that kind of smells like those little Smartie candies. I'll put up a list of all the fragrance notes. There's definitely a lot going on in this fragrance, but it smells wonderful, and my whole studio smells like a candy shop. It's definitely something that the kids are gonna love. I know my daughter's gonna love it. She loves Halloween, and I told her that she could help me cut up the soap when it's ready, so you will see her probably at the end of this video. She wanted to help make the soap, but of course that's not gonna happen. She's not quite old enough yet. By the time this video is uploaded, she will be 5. It's definitely not old enough to be working with sodium hydroxide, which is what I just put into my oils. So now I'm just going to give this a really quick blend. Alright, everything is nice and blended together, so I'm going to pour this big bucket into 3 smaller ones. Let's see if I can do this without spilling it everywhere. I'm not measuring these out, I'm just gonna eyeball it. And now a neighbor is mowing their yard, so I apologize if you can hear a mower in the background. Okay, so these are nearly even with each other. I don't like to measure them out when I'm doing a swirl design because you're not really gonna notice if they're a little off. If there's more of one color than the other, you're not really gonna notice it in a swirl design. If I was doing layers, I probably would take the time to measure them out. Not today. This first color I'm using electric orange. And normally I already have my colorants mixed up in a little cup, but today I decided just to stick blend the colorants straight into the soap. This next color I'm using green vibrance. And this last color I'm using black oxide to give us that really dark black. And in each of these, I'm going to add just a little bit of Super Sparkle Mica. Honestly, I don't even know if it's going to make a difference in the finished product because I've never used this inside of soap. I usually only use it on top of soap. But if it does work, then it's going to give the soap a really shimmery appearance, which I think will look really nice. Now I'm just going to go in and stick blend all these colors lightest to darkest. You may not be able to see it, but there are sparkles in the soap. They don't seem to have disappeared after I use the stick blender, which is nice. Hopefully they won't disappear while the soap is setting up overnight. Now I'm just scraping down the sides because sometimes the colorant will stick to the side and the stick blender won't incorporate it. And as usual, this green has turned a little dark. Almost like a forest green, but it always goes back to that really bright green. Okay, so now I'm going to add the fragrance oil. Some fragrances, they're fine when you blend them in by hand, but then as soon as you use a stick blender, they turn your soap into Play-Doh. Not really sure what causes that. I've had it happen a couple times. So I always like to use my spatula to blend in the fragrance oils just in the beginning to see how I think the fragrance oil is going to perform in my soap. And this one's doing just fine. I actually think it might be accelerating a little bit because I can feel my soap getting a little bit thicker. But that's okay. It's still very thin. Definitely pourable. It'll swirl just fine. Okay, now I'm going to go grab my molds. I think I'm going to start with the black. I'm going to pour a little bit into each mold. I may actually do a little bit more. And now I'm going to come in with the orange. So now I'm just going to repeat the colors, and I'll go ahead and fast forward this. If you're wondering what I do with all this extra soap that I have left over, I usually pour those into smaller molds and I use those as sample soaps. So I'm going to move these over to the side, scrape out my bowls, and I'm actually going to get started on the piping. Before we get started piping the soaps, I wanted you to get an up close look at what's going on top. Each bar will get green, orange, and black on top. Not sure what order I'm going to put them in yet, but those will be on top of the purple piping. Here's the piping. I used Purple Vibrance for this, and I also added the same Super Sparkle that I added in the soap. I added it to the piping too, because why not? It's thick enough to pipe now, so we'll go ahead and start piping the soaps. Alright, now that it's all finished, we're going to wait about 24 hours and we will come back to cut it up. Well, we're back the next day and we're here to cut up the soap, and I have a special helper. Can you tell him hello?
Hello.
You ready to cut up the soap?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I want you to do it now.
Alright, now reach up here and push down slow, okay?
Okay.
Slow, slow, slow. Push down.
I
Push down. Yay! You ready to see the inside?
Uh-huh. What will it look like? Is it kitty? It looks like a pumpkin.
It looks like a pumpkin. What do you think?
What do you think? I'll lift it up.
Okay, let me clean off the wire.
Is that sharp?
No, it's not sharp.
Can I touch it?
Mm-hmm. See?
Oh.
What do you think? Okay, let me make sure it lines up good.
Okay.
Alright, push it down.
Super gecko muscles. Yeah.
Yay! So this is what we've got going on the inside. My daughter's cleaning off the wire back there. Maybe up close you can see the silver sparkles inside the soap, but I think it looks perfect.
There's glitter on me.
There's glitter on you.
Yeah, look. I have glitter on me.
What do you think about this soap? Let's go ahead and cut up the rest of the loaf and see what we've got going on the inside. Here's an up-close look at the top. You can see all the silver and gold glitter is really standing out. The swirls also came out so perfect. I really feel like this is the perfect Halloween soap. Still smells just like a big bag of Halloween candy. What do you think?
Yeah, because I just want to double it up.
You just want to gobble it up.
And eat it up.
Okay.
And eat cupcakes, candies from Halloween sale.
If you would like to grab yourself a bar, these will be available at pinkturtlesoaps.com October 1st at 8 a.m. You have plenty of time to grab a bar before Halloween. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe because I put up new videos every single Wednesday. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next week.